Okay, I got off work very early today, so I'm very bored. So I thought maybe I'll work some more on this train station before I go to bed, because I am really not tired, so I can't sleep. But I'm also really bored. So, in the test I found out these pillars are much too close to the track. So I'm gonna delete those. It'll probably still be strong enough to support the mall that's gonna be on top of it, because I still have walls to build too. What's next? Why does the objects map always take so long to show up? Okay, let me look for... No, wait, that's not what it was called. USA... No, let's... Sometime very... US... What was it called? Oh, wait, I don't think that was... You know what? Let me look under... Oops, wrong button. Oh, here it is. It was under U.S. Liberty Statue. I just had a curiosity. How much bigger than this statue is this skyscraper? Wow, this is a very realistic replica. It's even got the island and everything. There's also another version over here that doesn't have the island if you want just a statue. Wow. Did he make this out of a Google Maps image, whoever made this replica? Are these people over here? I think they probably would be. Wow, it's a lot taller than the statues, isn't it? Well, that's interesting. I don't need this train anymore. I was just using it as a test. Now, I need a little bit more tracks over here because the train doesn't have enough room to go into the tunnel. So I'm going to need to move this a little bit over here. And dig a bigger hole in the ground for the subway tunnel tracks. Come on now, unfreeze for me, please. Pretty, please. Dude, this train. I'm like, 2, okay. Oh, that's a signal bridge. Okay. Portal, where is that at? This is basically a machine that this game has that allows you to spawn trains and get rid of them from a map at will. And I can even control the intervals at which they are spawned. I usually put these far enough off away from the scenery that you won't see them. I try to do that anyway. And since you're going to be inside the station, you won't be actually driving the train, you're probably not even going to see this part of the route. Portal, don't consume trains, just produce them. Produce one I guess every 3 minutes will be okay. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm going to need 4 trains. 1 for each platform the train will be going to. So 2 trains going to Hoboken and 2 going to Newark, I guess would be okay. The only thing I don't like about this portal is it kind of produces these trains randomly, so I can't control a specific sequence if I wanted to. It's random. There is a specific type of portal called a re-rail portal that you could download that can choose a fixed list for you, but the problem with that one is for some reason it doesn't work. It actually after a while of producing trains, it actually stops doing that completely. I'm not sure why, but it does, and that's why I don't use it. I only use the one that came with the game. So I need 2 trains that go to Newark. I can't. I'm too bored. Well, even if I went to bed, I'm not gonna. I'll program the trains later. Right now, I'm working some more on the station. Let's see. I need a wall to go around this area. What kind of wall can I use? Okay, let me type in wall and see what I find on the spline section. Let's see, wall, blue brick. That's not tall enough by any means. What's this? This one's a little bit taller, but I don't really need a wall like that. I don't really need a brick one. I probably need a concrete one. Or maybe one that looks like decorative tiles, because that's what they usually have in subway stations. I'm probably not going to find a wall exactly like that, though. This one's way too small. You could look through it and tell that you're not underground, actually. This one, wall, stone, yellow brick, wall 10 meter, dark stone. It's a little too dark. After all, don't forget the station is lit. Chances are the walls are going to look bright because of that. Wall and fence. For some reason, it doesn't have a mesh. Can't see it. There's no mesh there. This one too. This one doesn't show up. Okay, that's all the walls I have. Maybe if I type in concrete. Wow, concrete block wall. That might work. It's got 2 sides. Okay. Oh, it's too small. Man, these pictures are so misleading. It looks so much taller in here. Concrete bridge. What's this? Coca-Cola. Oh, it's a shipping container. Anyway, concrete bridge. That's not what I need. Concrete cable. Run. Concrete fence. How tall is it? Not quite tall enough. It would need to be at least slightly taller. This is the same thing. Concrete pillar. I already have what I need from that. Concrete platform. Concrete road, concrete. Oh, here we go. Concrete wall. That ought to work. Just need to find the right size. It looks like I have a couple of them I could use. Okay, what happened? It slowed down a bit, the game. I hate splines like this. They're not visible until you finish moving them. But this is the wall I usually use for this purpose. This one's not quite tall enough. What about this one? Oh, looks like I have a couple of walls I could use. Oh, I'm guessing this one starts out at the ground and you can lift it to make it higher. Oh yeah, it seems to be pretty tall. Well, it looks like I could use both of these. What about this? This one's not that tall. No, it's not. That's way too small, so delete that. How about this one? This one looks like this one. What's the difference? I can even attach them together. I don't see a difference. Well, which wall would I rather use? Well, oops. Delete these. This one better matches the ceiling, so I guess I'll use this one. Now I need to figure out how tall I need it to be. But I'm so... Okay, negative 13 points. Oops. Six, 7. Okay, so oh, wrong number. Negative 13.67. Okay, I'm gonna start using these walls to fill in these gaps, so that the station will appear to be underground. Let's see, put it right here where this wall ends. I'm probably gonna have to adjust it when it's finished. Lift it up. What does it look like? Okay, that fills in that gap. That's good. Now let's do the exact same thing for these. It's still... If I attach this to that, it's gonna look too bendy. Looks like I'm gonna have to hold down the shift key or something. Okay, move this over here. But that actually makes logical sense. It goes in the real skyscraper. Okay. I'll just move them off from each other so they won't connect to each other. That ought to fix the problem. Okay, move this wall a little bit over here. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's good. When the ceiling goes up, you won't even be able to tell you're not underground. Of course, I can't really build the ceiling until I build the stairways that lead to the upper levels. Or maybe I can. I usually just move the ceiling out of the way when I'm working on the stairs. That could be a little bit further to the left. It's really hard to move it when you can't see it. Did I? Okay, move that here. For some reason, okay. Though I'm not sure. Okay. Now I need to put up some station name signs. For subway stations, I usually use subway hanging signs. Let's see. SUBWAY. Okay, that gives me what types of signs that I can use. It's still loading the search engine. SafeTran, Signal. Oh, that's a restaurant. Subway hanging sign. New. Can't see it. Let me put it on the ground so I can see. Here it is. Well, that's good. The thing I like about these signs is they come in groups, so I don't have to put them on one by one. That would have been very tedious. I also have this subway hanging sign. Not really sure which one would have existed in the station. And when I don't know, I usually just use the new one. Let's rotate that 45 degrees. Oh, never mind. 135 degrees then. Okay. Make that say World Trade Center. Not really sure who these signs are for. I mean, if they're for the passenger to know what station they're on. Not sure how you wouldn't already know which station you're on, because if you came here from upstairs, you came here from the actual tower, so you'd have to be pretty dense not to know where you are. And if you came here by train, you would have heard the driver telling you this is World Trade Center before you got off. So how would you not know the name of the station you're on? That's quite interesting. Okay. Trying to guess the pattern of where I should put the next sign is a little bit difficult. But it appears to exist on every other pillar. So I'll put the next one over here somewhere. Oh, that's the wrong sign. Can't have mismatching signs in a subway station. Oh, and for some reason clicking on the new one makes the game lag. Well, 300, I think that's 315 degrees. What am I rotating? Oh, I'm probably rotating the World Trade Center by accident. Let me put that back at 0 then. It's impossible to get an exact number when rotating on this game. Why did they even add the decimal signs? It's so annoying to me. You can never get an exact number. I'm trying to get it back at 0. Maybe I'll just delete it and put a different one. I put another one there. Okay, now I'm clicking on the right thing. I forgot, if you're really close to a really big structure, it's going to rotate that instead of what you're clicking on. So let me move this back here for a second so it won't get in the way. Okay, I was putting up subway signs. It's best to do this before, it's best to put all the scenery up before you put the roof on. And the worst feeling I have ever had is when I put the roof on and then I forget something. Then I have to delete everything and start over from scratch. That's really hard to do. Okay. Maybe I could have just made it say WTC for short. Well, that would work too. Oh, we got a slight problem. One of these signs is slightly into the wall, and it's probably going to be noticeable if you were the passenger, so let me just move that here. Okay, that's good. That shouldn't interfere with anything else. Except it makes two of the signs look a little too close to each other. Do I really need to put some over the middle platform too? Well, maybe not. Because if you're over here, you should easily be able to look across, and see the sign. So I don't really think I would need to put a sign over the middle platforms too. So I'll just put them over the side platforms. I know that's supposed to sound like people chattering at the station, but I can't make out any of what they're probably saying. In fact, ever since I was little, that never really sounded like chattering to me. It made me wonder, where did they even get that sound from? That's supposed to be the sound effect of the station. Really tiny things in this game are really hard to move. You have to click at just the right space, or it's not going anywhere fast. Okay, let me put that over here at the edge of the platform. Maybe I should make it look perfectly flush with this one. You know, for aesthetic purposes. Well, this one is pretty close to the edge. You know what? I'm probably going to put some stairs over there, so... I'm not really sure where I'm going to put the stairs yet. Okay, so... I'll put the next one over here. X marks the spot. Spot where it will exist. Okay, if I could just click on it so I can rotate it. You know what? Let me change the camera angle. That usually works. How do I know which way to rotate it and exactly what degrees? Well, geometry tells me that actually. Good thing I got all A's in geometry in high school and trigonometry. I didn't get an A in algebra though because that one always seemed a little bit harder. But I did get an A in algebra when I took it in college, so I must be a lot better at it now than I used to be. Okay. I guess that's everything I need. Oh yeah, I also need something called a light spline. So... Okay, this light spline is basically a fluorescent light that stretches as a spline. It makes a great light for a train station, so I'm going to be using that. First I need to figure out how high I'm going to have to make it to go in the ceiling. Let me see. That is probably going to be okay as it is. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, perfect as is. So I'm not going to be changing its height. Well, now that I know that, I'm going to put some of these lights down. Okay, let's see what that looks like from this angle. It basically looks like it has lighting now, so that's good.
Demo included.
Okay, I guess that's where the lights go. I don't really remember where you usually see lights at a subway station. I think they're usually at the edge of the platform, or maybe over the middle of the platform. Well, it's best if I put them over the edge so I can have room to put the stairs. There's no Hulu, I'm bored. There's no Hulu, I'm bored.
You want Netflix?
Huh?
You don't have Netflix?
I do, but the show I want to watch is only on Hulu.
There's a lot of shows on Netflix. You might be able to find one you would like to watch. Whatever. Fine.
Okay, now...
Still hate people?
Could you be quiet so I could... I'm in the middle of recording something.
You don't need to. And you could just close the door.
Recording. Recording!
Yes, you are.
Let's see, I need stairs. Let's see, when I type stairs, I have this. And I have these. These are probably better to use. Let's see. I'm gonna have to lift the stairs up a little bit. Okay. I think it's not quite tall enough.
We got into a heated discussion.
If they have some kind of spline or something, that might work. Well, this is the only thing under stairs in the spline. I guess you have to lift it to make it at the right angle.